Hey YouTube, welcome to another edition of J Knows Credit. We're back with another video. Thank you all for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, though, it's your first time watching, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell as well so you can know what we have coming out. And we do appreciate everybody who's subscribing and watching and showing us love, giving us information about different things that are going on in the credit space, as well as just, hey, just loving the content. So we definitely appreciate that, all right? But without further ado, let's talk about the special that we have going on right now. So for the month of March of 2021, if you're watching this now, today, or you're watching this anywhere in March of 2021, the special right now, it is for all closed accounts. All closed accounts, any closed negative charge-off collections, anything with balances or without balances, okay? This goes for all of your increase on all of your credit bureaus. We're talking about doing a $2,100 flat fee across the board for a 180 business day service. Okay, 180 business days, we're going to have all those things wiped out of your account. Now, just so you know, anytime we do specials here at J Knows Credit, special pricing to save you money on special pricing, there are no refunds on special pricing. Okay, so what that means is if we do this 180 day service for you, and let's say we get off 90% of your profile, you still got 10% left. We're not going to refund you for that 10%, but what we're going to do is we're going to keep working on it until we get everything off. Right now here at J Knows Credit, we have a 93% success rate. Nobody has a 100% success rate, no matter who tells you that. That's all just fictitious, all just to try to sell you something, okay? So we here are going to have integrity at J Knows Credit. We're going to let you know about how things work here, all right? So all specials here are non-refundable. This video will be up for a long period of time, even beyond March, okay? So there's no confusion throughout that 180 business days that there will be any refunds issued if something is not removed, okay? But we will still continue to work on that profile to get it 100% clear, okay? I just want to make that 100% understandable for everybody. All right, now, if you choose to get any of our other services that are full price, there are refunds. We do offer refunds for all of our services except for certain application fees and for traditional credit repair at right now it's $99 a month. It's $198 as far as a startup fee, and that's the only service that we're going to have that does not have a refund besides the specials that we decide to run here at J Knows Credit. So just want to get that out there first. If you have any questions about it, please give us a call. The number is 1-833-556697, which is also 1-833-J-KNOWS, the letter J, K-N-O-W-S. Okay, so you can call or you can text and reach out to us and let us know if you have any additional questions about it. Also, just let you know, you can do payment plans. We do have a payment plan you can do. We have one that's $500 every 2 weeks. And then on the last week, which is that 5th week, you can pay that $100. You can also break it down into doing $700 per month. So $700 on the first month, $700 the second month, $700 the third month, okay? And what we're going to do with that, if you break it up, we're going to work on one credit bureau at a time, basically. So if you start off doing, like, let's say $700, you want to start doing the service right now, we'll start working on your Experian profile. And then when you pay the next $700, we'll start on the profile of Equifax. Then the next $700, we'll start on TransUnion, okay? But also keep in mind, the 180 business day service starts from when you pay. So if you're only paying for a portion of, let's say you're only paying for the one credit bureau, you decide to do $700 a month for 3 months, which is $2,100. When you start, let's say in March, and with that 700, the 180 business days starts from March only on Experian. Then when you start for April, if you paid in April, your next payment, then you're talking about 180 business days from Equifax from that payment date all and on, okay? Just minus three business days for your payment to make sure it is clear. But other than that, that's how it's going to work. That's how the payment is going to work for that. Keep in mind, this goes for all increase, all negative accounts. One thing it does not include, make sure we make that clear. One thing it does not include any late payments, okay? Late payments is going to be something I'm doing for a traditional credit repair sense, because with late payments, it's a different approach. So if you have something that's open that you just want to get late payments off of, then my suggestion for you is to not get the special and to get the $99 a month service. All right. That's not something that I am really pushing people to do, is to get something that they don't need. So if you know you have open accounts and you need to get late payments off, this service is not for you. Get the $198 starting service, $90 a month, and let us help you that way with that service. Okay, I want to talk to the people who need to get accounts and inquiries off. For those who got 200 plus inquiries, everyone knows that I charge normally $50 per inquiry. So this is the time where you want to jump in on this special. Okay, if you all know me, if you watch me for a while, I'll do about one special per year on a certain type of service. So this is my one special for inquiries and accounts included, as far as with this 180-day process. Okay, I may do other ones in the future, but it will not be for this type of service. It might be for something like authorized users or something like that. So if you want to get the special, don't pass up this special trying to wait for the next one, because the next one will not be anything dealing with these closed accounts. All right. So just want to put that out there. Getting to the meat of this video and the information that has come down that we've been given from, the news and the government, is that President Biden right now, he is looking to make some changes to how our credit is processed. Now, keep in mind that there's only so much power that he has. He has to put things in place. Things have to pass through the House, the Senate, things like that. All the politics, right? So I'm not saying this is in stone. I'm trying to get you prepared for what could possibly be coming. Okay. Now, the reason for these changes that are going to be made is because of a lot of racial bias in the credit industry, as well as there's been a lot of trouble with getting information off that you may have been fighting on your own, or you might have paid a credit repair company to fight on your behalf. There are like belligerent things on your credit report that are like obviously fictitious, okay? But it still takes too much time to get it removed off credit profiles, and it causes a lot of Americans to fail financially because a lot of stuff is inaccurate. And so because it's so hard to get rid of those inaccuracies, they're trying to make changes. Another reason why they're trying to make these changes is because of the racial divide. Now, of course, there are some situations where race can be a major factor in credit. There are some where race isn't. But if a person has your social, they can, do certain things to see what your race is. And something I didn't even think about in the wide scope of things, because I always tell my watchers, my viewers, like, hey, credit is one of those things where they don't really ask you what your color is when you're applying. So that may be for a lot of things like credit cards and things like that. When you look into the depth of it, though, I could see how, race could be a factor, or how they could find out what your race is without having to ask you what your race is. Because, they can look at, some names, or they can look up that social, like I said, and combine it with birth dates and all that and figure out what your race is. But President Biden, he's basically telling us that they're trying to make changes and put everything on possibly just one bureau, maybe going with the CFPB or something like that, putting everything up under one umbrella. Now, the reason why it's not moving as fast is because you still have a Trump administration. They're still getting rid of those people, hiring more people, putting people in position. And as a lot of y'all know, a lot of these stimulus checks are running out, are getting out there right now, being deposited, being sent out. And so the first step was to stimulate the economy. Let's stimulate the economy, put money in people's pockets. But the second half of that is now let's help business owners, and now let's help, let's get other things situated. The first thing was let's stimulate, because they need people to spend money. All right. But they're getting into now where they're starting to get into the meat and potatoes of helping the businesses out with funding businesses, things like, EIDL loans, PPP loans. They got to fund those programs before they can start paying out, but they don't want to fund them yet. So they get the right people in place for that. And same thing goes with the credit. The credit changes. They may not push that through like right this second. But, if you Google this information, you look it up yourself, they are wanting to make some changes. So I'm getting ahead of the curve. I'm making sure that you all are ahead of the curve. And I don't want you to wait to repair your credit. Whether you want to go with our service here at J Knows Credit, or you want to go to somebody else, or you want to repair your credit yourself, it would behoove you. It would kind of motivate. I'm trying to motivate you to go ahead and get it done sooner than later, before there are certain changes that are made that could be positive or could be negative for the average American. I'm not sure. A lot of things can be deliberately, people can really have a certain type of motivation for what they want to do, and it can still come out negative, if you get what I'm saying. So all the intentions can be right for this situation as far as making these changes, but how is it going to truly affect the American people? That's really what it boils down to, okay? How's it going to affect you? How's it going to affect your pockets? How's it going to affect your application status when you're trying to apply for the next loan? Will they be some new credit scoring model? Will they still be looking at 800s, 850s? Will there still be a low score? Will there still be that type of model at all? Will it just be from 0 to 100? There's a lot of things that we don't know as of yet, but I'm getting you prepared and start paying attention to those things, because as soon as they come down the pipeline, if you don't see them first, I will be making a video about them. But I want to bring this to your attention now that things are changing. Okay, keeping on with things are changing. You've got interest rates going up. Interest rates, when I'm talking about, is dealing with housing. All right, if you're trying to buy a home, you want to get a home as soon as possible, because this is the first time I've seen interest rates back at 3% as far as the average across the globe. As of today, here in March, it's March 17th. Okay. I've seen a lot of, as of today, I've seen a lot of green, of course, on St. Patty's Day. But I've seen a lot of things go on when it comes to people trying to buy a house, and they're trying to do things at the last minute. I've seen interest rates, be as high, even with the house I'm in right at this moment. My interest rate I got in this house was 4.5%. Okay. I'm buying a new house now. That interest rate that I have on that new house is based on what we want to put down. It's 3.2%. Okay. But there's other programs we could have got to get, at a 2% rate. Okay. But based on what we need to do, we want it to be at 3.2 for our 30-year fixed. Okay. But right now, the average is now 3%. So what that means is, the same mortgage I got with the same credit score or whatever like that, even with, down deposit, you might not get 3.2. You might, based on that loan, it might be 4.2. Keep in mind, the average right now is 3%. And that's a little over 3%, more like 3.3%. Okay. So, but that only goes for if you got a perfect score, perfect, and all this is perfect level is at that 3.2, so, or 3.3. So I just want to get you in the mindset of, hey, this is not the time to not be looking to refinance or looking to buy a home. You want to go ahead and do that now. And if your credit is messed up or has any indiscrepancies at all, you want to get that done as soon as possible if you want to lock in for a house this year, because you don't want to pay. Somebody bought their house in January, and they paid, 2.8%. And then you got your house in September, and now the house you got in September, you're paying 4.5% or 5.5%. And y'all live in the same neighborhood. Okay. And y'all had the same credit score. So I want you all, if you're serious about your credit, take it seriously, take it by the horns, and really focus on really, getting it done and not putting it on the back burner like a lot of things have been put on the back burner in our lives. Okay. And we all got things going on, but hey, make your credit a priority. All right. But this is J Knows Credit. Thank y'all for watching. Hopefully I'm still your favorite guy in the hoodie. And I'll see y'all in the next video.